Hi, I'm Crescent and welcome to my garden. Today we're going to be talking about companion planting and I'll show you a few examples of that. Also, we're going to talk about the importance of having good friends. So my favorite companion planting plants are corn, beans, and squash, otherwise known as a Native American Three Sisters garden. So companion planting is not new. In fact, Native Americans here in North America had been growing these three plants together, corn, beans, and squash, for centuries before the first white man came to North America. There's different legends depending on what tribe you belong to, but basically they're all three sisters and they work together to support each other. The corn's long stalk provides way for the beans to climb, and then the beans provide nitrogen to the soil and also stabilize the tall corn during heavy winds. The big leaves of the squash plant provides shade, which retains moisture in the soil and also prevents weeds from growing. These plants support each other as they grow. You can plant any kind of runner bean you would like, any type of corn, and any kind of squash. This is my absolutely favorite way of companion planting.
Basil and tomatoes are soulmates. They go perfectly together. So this is red basil and it repels insects like flies and hornworms that like your tomato plants. It also can help improve your tomato yield because you're not having to fight those pests. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plant some basil right here. It smells so good. I love basil. I make a lot of things with basil. I love to make spaghetti sauce at the end of the season, homemade mozzarella, and serve it with tomatoes and basil. There's all kinds of basil. So you don't just have to plant red basil. You can plant any kind of basil you want with your tomatoes. It's gotten really windy here. A storm is coming in and I'm super excited. I hope it brings more rain. I live in Utah and we're in a really bad drought and clouds are starting to form, so I'm hoping for rain. Peppermint is really good at keeping squash bugs away. And I also use marigolds. Marigolds are another thing that squash bugs do not like. So let's go plant some marigolds and some peppermint near our squash plants.
Okay, so this is butternut squash. Isn't that a beautiful plant? Just like all the flowers that I plant, I like to give my flowers a little bit of food to start them off right. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit of fertilizer in there, and I'm gonna throw in a marigold. A lot of people don't plant marigolds because they stink, but I want the stinkiness. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that one off. Okay, and isn't that pretty? And it just adds a lot of color and beauty to the garden as well. It'll draw in bees to help pollinate the squash flowers. In this raised bed, I have a cattle panel arch here, and I have an acorn squash and a pumpkin planted here. And so I'm going to add some marigolds and some peppermint. I'm going to be working in this bed for a minute, just planting the peppermint and the marigolds. I feel like I'm in jail. Let me out! I wanted to talk to you about how the three sisters, the corn, beans, and squash, work together and lift each other up. That's exactly what we need to do when we're looking for friends and having relationships with those who are close to us, like your significant other. Hi, Posy. Hello. You want to smell the mint? You like that? Does it smell good? Oh yeah, I lick my lips too, huh? I have a friend and we have a lot of things in common. And I've known her for about 8 years, and she also has depression, seasonal depression, and struggles with issues time to time. And we have this relationship where I can call her or text her, and vice versa. She can do the same to me, and I can tell her, I'm having a really bad day, I'm having a hard time, I can't get out of bed today. And she's really good at responding in a positive way and being encouraging to me during those hard times. And I'm just grateful that I have somebody there who understands. And even sometimes if she doesn't understand exactly what I'm going through, she realizes that what I'm feeling is real, and she acknowledges what I feel. And so it's really important to have good relationships like that, so you can have somebody support you during your hard times and trials in life. A lot of people don't think that anxiety and depression exists and is real, and it's all controlled in your head. They think that you should just be able to be like, okay, well, think positive thoughts and it's going to go away. Well, if you have ever dealt with depression and anxiety, you know that is not how it works. You can think that all day long, but that's not how it works. We need reassurance that what we're feeling is legit, and that we need comfort and encouragement to get us past that feeling of urgency. If you don't have that friend, I encourage you to look for that friend. Having to deal with mental illness issues is a very needy thing, and you need somebody by your side who is loyal, trustworthy, and supportive. I'm grateful that I have good friends and that I have good family relationships. I've tried really hard over the years to build better relationships with others because I know that it's important to feel loved. People should not have to go down the road of depression and anxiety by themselves. If you're not struggling with some kind of mental health issue, perhaps you could be that person who stands by, who is a mentor, who is loving, who is kind, who understands and wants to understand. Really, all we need is just a little compassion in this world, a little more understanding, a little more patience, and really we can get through anything together. It's important. There is some kind of, did you hear that? It was like some kind of like dove or something, but it sounded like it was like sick. Anyway, so I just encourage you guys this week to listen to somebody as you would want somebody to listen to you if you were struggling. And until next time, my friends, get your hands dirty, plant love, grow hope, and harvest peace.